No way we'll let that happen.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. I got you there. Yeah, that's so in there. There's like a... Well, probably, I think it used to be rope. And it's
So it's jammed up against the...
It's yeah, it's got the pivot, and then the space between the pivot and the hull is about that much, just like wadded rope fibre, kind of like up in there.
So he didn't bloody...
I tried to yank it out. It's not moving.
Sorry.
If you want me to try, I can try with a like a hammer.
You don't want to try doing...
It's so like packed in there. I don't think.
So is it? It's not wrapped around the shaft.
Is that waterproof?
No, that's the problem.
Okay,
I cracked the back of it.
Oh, easy.
So you know how you got the? Could you see the shaft going up into the through the hull?
Yeah, one more look.
So about there, bud. Right, there's a shaft that goes from down the bottom of that all the way up and through the hull.
Yep.
So if the wad is just stuck between the fin and the hull, but not wrapped around the shaft.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, then I've got a hammer, and I could possibly find something that you might just be able to tap it out.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Why don't we grab that just in case?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's the airport. I'll be here in a week to meet Pete. But that's Sean and Dawn on their way. We just had an amazing 3 weeks together. Great weather, good food, good sailing, great company. Yeah, it was pretty special to be honest. But anyway, onwards, a few repairs, and then pick Pete up and up the Portuguese coast. Wow. Off to the supermarket to get some food, and Sam from next door has been fantastic today, as you've seen in the video, trying to help us get the stuck rope out. So I've invited him over for dinner tonight, so we'll have dinner, a couple of drinks together. Should be cool. Okay, so yesterday I got most of the spare parts that I need, and it's amazing because lots of little items that I needed that I just haven't been able to get anywhere. I went over to the marine shop in Gibraltar and I was able to just find lots of little things, some washers, some nuts, some screws, a little syringe for putting oil into small places, some hardener for my gel coat to fix that scratch I did on the boat. So fantastic from that point of view. And also over here I got, a mate sent some filters to me at Global Satellite, of all places. He knew the people there and they were happy to receive them. And then from the factory I got a new sensor for the compressor sent over. So I'm just going to walk over there now and pick those up. Yeah, so look, can't show you it enough really. There's the Rock of Gibraltar. Anyway, I'll get all that stuff and I'm going to get stuck into all the little maintenance jobs I've got to do. It's been funny, last 2 or 3 days there's been actually some really nice windows to leave, and every time they come and go you think, oh god, I missed the next window. But yeah, the weather over here is actually pretty settled and you definitely get full days of good weather at times, so that's all I need to go to the next port of call. Anyway, going to walk across the runway again into Gibraltar. I now have 12, I think, Spanish stamps in my passport. Every time you cross they stamp it, every time you come back they stamp it again. So can't go too many more times, I'm going to run out of passport pages, but away we go. Right, here are my filters, and also in there is the sensor. So another little job complete. Now I'm off to get 600 grit sandpaper and 180 grit sandpaper so that I can do the gel coat repair. And we do that from Shepherd's Marine Shop. Oh, there's that word boat, look. So get ready for your British pounds on this. You can see all these campers along here. It's quite clever actually, because I think they've worked out that where boats congregate, campers congregate. I'm going to find out, but I'm pretty sure this is a great spot to overwinter in your camper van, because when you think about it, you're about as far south as you can go and stay on the continent. So I'm guessing people come down here because the temperature's still sort of 18, 20, 22 degrees even. I mean, today's lovely and warm, and there's a very light northerly blowing, so you'd expect it to be a little bit cooler here, but it's not. It's just very, very pleasant. So yeah, I'm going to find out. I think they're only allowed to stay here for so long, and you can't drive any further, I guess. So at the end of the day, they've come down through Spain, and the next part of their adventure starts. I guess they head either across to Portugal or back up Spain as the weather changes. Anyway, I shall find out, because I'm intrigued. There's parking. If you look through there, they're all numbered. There's parking for hundreds in there, and over the back here on the other side of the boats there's probably enough room for 1,000 campers. Anyway, I shall find out and report back. Alright, so I found out, yep, they're chasing the sun. So chap back there is from Denmark, and he just says very cold in the winter, so I come south. He's got a boat up there that he plays with over the summer months, and in the winter he heads south. And this is as far south as you can go, and as nice and warm as it can get without changing continents in the winter. And once you're here, it's pretty obvious really, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, that's it. There you go. Righto, so got to take this gearbox or crankcase oil filter off, and I'm going to have to get myself some Imperial tools, because it's obvious that being a John Deere engine, everything is Imperial, so none of my metric tools fit, unfortunately. Anyway, here is the crankcase. Whoop. Here's the crankcase oil filter, and you can see that is dripping wet. Right, so here's a nice new one, and we get that O-ring which came with it. It goes over there. Might as well take it out there though. So that is going to go up in there like so. Right, that is on. Here we go. All connected back up again. Okay, that's the porting been done. Yeah, same old story. First time you do everything, you make, or you can make a bit of a mess. Just take that off. Take that off. Let's bring this down. Much better that time. Okay, that's there. Now that, just so I can see exactly how it goes, yep, that goes up into there. Right. Much better. Much, much, much better. That's good there. That little bit of oil there. And then that goes on here. Same old story, eh? Every time you do it the first time, it's a little bit fiddly, but then it gets easier. Okay, that's that all done. Okay, so the next little job I've got to do is we think the sensor on the top of the compressor, which is up here, is faulty. So they've sent me a new one from the factory, and now I am going to take that one out and replace it with this one. How hard can that be? Okay, so as always, never as easy as you think, so I'm going to have to take that out. Little clip there, and then I'm going to have to separate out these two wires here that have been heat shrunk onto this. So I think the first thing to do is I'm going to snip through these, and that way I can take the unit off if nothing else. So I'll go there like that, and there like that. So now I can take that out, and then I'm going to have to pull this apart somehow, and then maybe go and get a gun and everything so that I can do my own heat shrinking in the future, which is probably quite handy. But first thing to do is get access to this, get that off, and then I've got to put that back on, and I'm going to have to do it all up in here because you can't turn that around with the wires connected. A little bit fiddly, but I'll sort it. Right, well there's the old one, and that was not particularly easy. Had to come out of up in there, and it's full of crap. I'm not sure what, I'm assuming some sort of Loctite or something like that, so I'm going to have to get some more of that. But anyway, now just got to strip down the wires. So there's the cable out now, and just have to strip it down and work out how I'm going to connect the other end. Alright, so the job today we're going to start doing is getting a bit more support for the Bimini. So effectively we're going to have a bit of stainless across there on that side and on the other side, and then these longer poles between here and here, and they're going to be removable. So I've got to get in behind the screen, so take the screen out and then just check that I can drill down through the top here to secure those. And remember, these are coming out, so everybody doesn't need to panic about that. Yeah, and the weather out here, but got a bit of weather coming in from the west. It's supposed to rain later today, so I thought I'd get this job under the Bimini done today, and then tomorrow, if it is wet, I can get some work done in the engine room. So yeah, we'll start taking that off. We've got all the fittings. Here are the fittings for going around the stainless steel, and there are the fittings with the removable pins that'll go on top of here. There you go. I'm sure there'll be plenty of comments about it. Alright, so the first thing I have to do is take this screen out. Pretty simple really. There's a couple of plastic covers go over there, and then we've got to take these screws out, and that enables the Garmin nav station to come out. Now a little bit of an update. Garmin is supposed to be coming to reposition the compass control unit for the autopilot, but as yet heard absolutely nothing, which reminds me I might just go down and send a text so I can see what's happening there. Alright, so there's the Garmin unit out, and we are going to come down through here and bolt on underneath. I've managed to get it vertical that way, vertical that way. I've stood on the foredeck, I've stood down the aft, I've stood on the sides, and they all look like they're pretty plumb. I mean, obviously the boat ever so slightly sways backwards and forwards from starboard to port, but I reckon that's pretty much perfect. And if I'm sitting in the helm, you know what? They don't even get in the way. I am not going to notice them after a while. So yeah, I reckon we can go ahead and fit those. Well, I just got distracted for an hour. Lovely French couple, there they are over there. Lovely young couple. Just popped in to say hello. Had a cup of tea, coffee with me. And so many young couples over here, and young single people that are just looking for passage to the Caribbean. So I would have no trouble finding crew members for that if I wanted to. Maybe I should go over there. Anyway, yeah, they're all here looking to try and get passage. There's Facebook pages with people trying to get passages. It's quite an industry by the look of it. Anyway, they just popped over to say hello. Really nice young couple. And there's some weather coming in. So I said to them, I'm going to have to get back on with my work, because from the east there we have rain arriving. Anyway, I have measured everything up. It all looks good, and now I am going to drill into the top of the helm station. And you know what? I don't think I'm even going to notice it. Okay, so there are the front two stays done, and got them a nice line there. Should be happy with that. And then these you see here, we can just flick these over, take those out, undo that screw, and then the whole unit comes out if I want to. But you know what? I don't think I'm even going to notice them. And they're nice and tightly fixed and siliconed in the top here with washers and nylon threaded nuts underneath. So we're solidly fixed to here now, fixed to there, so that doesn't move at all. And then of course we're now going to do the diagonals from either side just to brace it up across there as well. I think that's going to be fantastic. I'm wrapped. What's the plan, Sam?
We're gonna try and set up as complicated a rope as possible to make it fun.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to wrap a rope around the stuck bit, and we're going to try and pull it out.
Right, so the wad of rope in the stabiliser gets ever so slightly further away from the hole at the back, hey?
Yeah.
So this Australian's clever bloody idea is to tie this line around that wad, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you reckon we can get about double strength out of this pulley system?
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, you reckon we can get it up to about 5?
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
No, you sounded a lot more confident before.
Well, you pulled a camera out on me now. There's
doubt.
Evidence, yeah.
There's doubt.
It'll work.
It's going to work?
I'm confident. There's there's just
Yes,
I'm really hoping I'm not misremembering how big that gap is between the wad and the pivot. But
okay, we'll go and have another look anyway. Do you want the goggles?
Yeah, I'll grab them.
Oh, okay.
But we're good here.
I'll never say a bad thing about Australians again if this works.
No, I'm doing it for my country.
Oh, good on you, mate. Good on you. Pass you the screwdriver.
Put a foot on here. And
oh yeah, mate. I'll make sure the boat doesn't come back in.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you the screwdriver, or because you might not need it?
Hope I don't need it.
Yeah, you may not need it.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out, mate.
Yeah, I might just hop in here so I can lower myself in because I'm a wuss.
You're right there.
Got it.
Do you want to just have a quick look and see if you think that is still opening up slightly, that to the hull? Think we've got a good strategy?
I'll talk to you in a sec. Well, there might be a little issue, but I'll tell you about it in a moment. Let me just tie this off just in case.
Yep, no worries, mate. So do you get the plan is to, with a pulley, drag that line back and hopefully pull the line out with it. What the bloody hell have we got here? So that's going to be the limiting line, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I reckon it'll be the weakest one. But
so you go through 2 of those carabiners, and you and that,
because that'll be a 4-to-1. But we need to pull this up now.
It's way outside my bloody league, eh?
Oh, good. So yeah, that'll be.
Oh, check that out, mate.
That'll be a little pulley, and then we just need to.
So what we've got to
just need to put it far enough forward that it's going to be
right, and we've got to stop the boat, because knowing your bloody strength, you'll just be pulling the boat back. Oh no, I've got this line here, mate. That line there, the springer will stop it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So if you just
hang on. I'm just going to put this on the bloody boat.
Yeah, you're all good.
Just give me a sec.
No rush. No stress.
Right, okay, what do you want me to do?
So just hold that just so I don't lose it. And I'm just going to slide this as far forward as we can.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You reckon just...
yank and hope for the best though, hopefully.
Now what if you just... You've got that pretty tight.
Yeah.
What if you just tie that off?
Yeah.
So at least we've got that.
Yeah.
Because
and then jump on it or something.
Well, no, I can just put the port engine in.
Yeah.
And I could
Good
just
idea.
ever so just go from idle to forward to idle.
It's not a bad idea.
Just to see if it...
Yeah.
What do you think?
I reckon it's a good idea. Yeah.
And we don't want it to go any further than that,
No.
do we?
No.
And then we've got... That one's okay.
Yeah.
That one's not going to go too tight.
No.
What do you think?
I think it's a good idea. Let me just check how tight this is. Whoa! Oh, so hang on. Give me one more haul on this.
Just be careful, eh? We do not need you injured bloody about to go across the Atlantic.
Sit on any duck shit.
Seagull ship.
Yeah.
No?
I think that's as tight as I'm getting it.
Okay. So put that round there. So if I go and start up, you're just gonna shout if...
Yeah. Yeah.
All right?
Yep. Okay.
Camera's going.
All right, right.
So I'll just go from idle to idle forward, that's all.
Hello, YouTube. Fingers crossed.
Oh, you there.
Yeah. Tell me in the
Right, ready,
comments.
bud?
Yeah.
Try
Just
it out.
give it a little kick. Yeah, maybe. Nothing. I saw something move, but
Try it again.
not significantly. Hang on, let me just check that you're not coming up on this guy, because... Yeah. Yeah, give it another go. Nah.
Shall I start the other one?
I'm just worried about it coming out and...
Yeah, but I can get it off so quick if it comes to it, eh?
Alright, yeah, go for it.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, stop, stop. Okay. Now's the moment of truth. Now's the moment of truth to see what broke.
Did the line break?
Well, no. Well, something's gone, but we don't know what. Let's have a look. Hopefully I pull up a big wad of rope.
Well, it might not be a wad of rope, but it'll be you have fucking done it. Look.
Woohoo!
Check this out.
It's come off, but
it doesn't
it's
matter.
just there.
Put it there, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, well done, fella.
Great. That's great.
Look at that. There it is.
Down there, yeah.
Man, it was big wad, eh?
Yeah, fat wad, hey.
Far out.
Oh, that's good fun.
Oh, mate.
Well done. Oh.
That is probably the best collaboration between Australia and New Zealand in bloody decades.
Yeah.
Hey?
Since the Anzacs.
Mate, we've done it. We've done it.
Mate.
Woohoo!
World peace.
Oh, thank you, man.
No, no worries.
No, that's fantastic, hey? Yeah, I'll know because it's just going to work or it's not going to work.
The only downside is I didn't need to fuck around with all that pulley shit anyway. We could have just tied a line around and put the engines on.
but we might have been able to pull it off with the pulleys. So
you never know.
You know, yeah. How tight did these lines go?
Not at all.
Oh,
it
cool.
was literally springing off of this line. I'm pretty impressed with this little guy.
Yeah, I reckon, eh?
I mean, that was taking 2 engines.
I know.
Fucking unreal.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's satisfying.
All right.
As.
There we go.
Cool.
So Thursday, the 12th of December. And you can see out here, pretty miserable day, but it's kind of neat to see the rain actually. Thunderstorm came through last night. Weather's coming down from the north. So yep, we're hunkering down today, just getting a bit of work done in the engine room. It's cooled off considerably, down now around 14, 15 maybe tops. But it'll come around to the south and then it'll warm up again anyway. Get some work done. Okay, so there, back to the compressor now, is the new sensor in, and I've just got to connect these 2 wires up now to these 2 wires. And because I don't have a heat gun and electrical connectors, I am going to just do it with a connector and wrap it up in insulation tape. Then maybe at a later stage I'll get myself a kit and replace it. Right, there it is connected up. I've turned it on and there's power to it, so now I'll just wrap the insulation tape around it. Okay, so that's the compressor done. I'm still wanting to do the heat exchanger. I'm just going to have a little bit of a look at that before I start pulling things apart, but I've got a feeling it's going to be an awful lot more complicated than what I thought. You have to pull the cylinder out and give it a clean out, and you can't pull the cylinder out past the turbocharger, and at the other end there's a massive mounting for electrical stuff and the crankcase oil filter. So I'm going to have to do a bit of investigating there before I do that. And then this here is the aftercooler. And from what I can see in the John Deere book, which is here, at 6 monthly intervals, that has to be checked. But it's on an SFM motor, and I've got the AFM, and it has all the details for the AFM in this book, but in there it doesn't say that's on the list for checking, and it would seem a bit strange that it's not. So I've got to investigate that a little bit as well. And then we're just going to vacuum the air filter going into the engine, and then at some stage we still have to get the fire extinguisher system checked or weighed, but at the end of the day it's in the green band, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, kind of getting there. Now, you remember we picked up fuel in Tunisia at Monastir, and I've been amazed. The pre-filter has been over to the port side for ages and ages, and all of a sudden the vacuum increased, so we had to switch it over to the starboard side on each engine. And just 3 weeks later, we've now got the same on the starboard side, which seems just a little bit weird. So whether there's something happening with the fuel or not, but we're going to flick these across on both engines. So we've now got the clean filtering the fuel, and then I'm going to replace the filters on the starboard side. Yep, pretty dirty looking filter. There you go, you can probably see there. I'll turn it on its side. There's filter down in there, pretty dirty. Alright, nice clean filter. Pretty simple process really. That goes in there. The big thing's going to be, before we head off obviously, is with everything that's been going on in here, do a really good check again and run the engines for a bit just to make sure everything's okay, that all the seals are good. So now we've got the port side selected and we've got a clean one in the starboard side. So if we're underway, we need to switch over, we're ready to go. I'll do the one on the starboard engine. So today we're going to start fitting the stays for the Bimini up here. In fact, I might just go around there. No. How about we do it that way, and then that way you can see what you're doing when it comes to tightening up. They're very clever bits of kit, these, because they fit very, very precisely. Here we go. That weather's cleared through. It was pretty bloody strong, heavy rain, and a couple of thunderstorms went through again. So yeah, certainly got a bit of rain there today. Nothing wrong with that though. Have to confess, not feeling the best today, but yeah, I'm going to persevere. I don't know, just felt a little bit under the weather. Alright, so this is 30mm stainless steel and this is 32, so I've got a 32mm connector here, and in order to get that through and above the perspex, I've had to take the plate off the front there. Probably see it a little bit better like that. Going to take the plate off the front there, which was screwed on with some lugs. So we'll get that one in. Then effectively we want to work out the angle down to there. And then do the same on the other side. Let's see how that works. That's those connected up. Now we just got to get it on tight enough to hold it nice and secure. So this one here, we just got to rotate it around a bit. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, there's one fitted, and these grub screws are fine in there. It doesn't actually need to be riveted because it can't go that way, can't go that way, I don't think. And it's really just about giving it some strength that way, which it's already got. I've got those on, you can see them there. Worked out really well, but look at this. From the rain, there's obviously not enough fall to the front on the Bimini, and so the rain is settling in here, and I suspect there's 30-40 litres in each one, which is just, you know, not going to be good for the Bimini. So I think the solution is going to be to loosen these off here and just slide it back a bit, and the same on the other side, and just see if we can get enough of a drop in the Bimini so that the water doesn't pool up there. We have to think about this. So there is the Bimini all secured now. So there's no rocking there anymore. When we go from the side here, it's rock solid. It's very, very good. Really happy with it. Now this water issue, I've got rid of all the water. it's going to take some more thinking. It's going to take some more thinking. So that is just sitting down a little bit, you see. So I don't think it's tight enough. It's stretched the canvas. So I'm going to go by email back to the people that fitted it and ask them what they think the solution is, and then we can go from there. But yeah, pretty happy with it all in all. Pretty happy. Everything's nice and plumb, measurements are good across there, the visor's all back on, and I really do feel that I've done almost all I can. What I'm thinking of doing is taking these out and replacing them with stainless steel bolts that go through. I can access up in here and actually tighten these two up with bolts, and then that just gives that little bit more strength. I can't get into these side ones. And then this here's still got to be rectified. That'll be a Nordhavn job. On the original spec it was shown much higher. Now everybody's going to want a Bimini, so in the end, that being below the Bimini is not legal and not acceptable. So we're going to have to get another light fitted up higher on the mast. And today the last thing I'm going to do is refly the New Zealand Merchant flag on the flagpole at the back that I've now fixed on. Making good progress. Alright, you can see sunshine is back, so worst of the weather's gone, quite a bit of rain. That highlighted the problem with the Bimini. So I've spoken to the installers this morning, we've come up with a plan for that. We're just going to try and lower it at the front a bit. And I'm going to just do a little bit of maintenance on the windless and check the tensions on the belts on the engines, and then I reckon we're ready to go. So off to the airport at the moment. Here's the big rock behind. Go and pick Pete up. Good morning.
Good morning.
The men looking for a boat, eh? So who's Pete?
Hey, me's
who's
Pete.
Pete?
Hey.
Hey, good. Yeah, how are you?
Leaving today?
No,
No, tomorrow?
no.
No?
Weather a bit shitty.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll probably hang around a bit, get some work done. But
Okay.
have you guys got a date?
Sorry?
Have you got a date to go yet?
Still not. But later.
Yeah, we'll be around.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well, good luck, eh?
How do we know each other? Oh, this is hello. Yes, I'm Peter, and Mark and I used to work together at Air New Zealand. So we've known each other for 37 years.
Yeah. Joined basically at the same time.
Yep,
And had pretty much the same career, really.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, today we are off to see if we can find one of these, because we were changing the alternator belt or the drive belt on the engine, and we found we got the wrong part. So we are now heading off into Spain and Gibraltar to see if we can find it. So, but first, coffee.
Cafe
Coffee.
Espresso Duplo.
It's on the windlass. That sits on there. We had to release the tension on that, which was that on there, then it unscrewed, so that came off. That comes off. They say you have to clean it. I mean, look at it, it's lovely and clean. We're supposed to re-grease anything like that. That's all good. Then this bolt came out of there, and now Pete is undoing the other two, and obviously the anchor has been securely held down. what could go wrong, Pete?
Yeah, I just stand aside. You know.
Yeah, we don't want chain suddenly going out. But the good thing about it is, I mean, I don't think it's going to need any attention, but what's good is it's another bit of equipment on the boat that I know how to pull apart. And we'll put some grease on it, but it doesn't look like it needs much cleaning. Okay, so we've pulled it all out, we've cleaned it, and now I guess we can put that back on, eh, Pete?
Yep.
That looks like it.
That's it.
That goes on. Yeah, you go around it, yeah, you'll feel it tighten. Yep, that's probably it. Alright, now, what's the risk here if we bring that in?
Up a bit.
I think just a quick jab. Yep, that's it. Just until it takes up the tension a bit more. I think that's perfect.
I think that's, yep, I agree.
Right,
Done.
another wee job done.
Now the hard part, cleaning up.
Yeah, it's always a hard part, eh? Where is Fiona when you need her? Look at this. Crepe Suzette. Crepe Suzette?
Crepe normal,
Oh, crepe normal.
but Susie, if you add this and that,
Ooh,
I
okay.
see.
So lemon and sugar
can
make
also
some
try
crepe
with
Suzette. And here's our
chocolates.
new boatmate, Emily.
Yeah.
Emily is
French.
joining us, and she's from France. We're in France, Emily.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in France?
Towards from Paris.
From east of Paris,
Yeah.
in the Champagne region.
Champagne region.
And this is Emily's speciality, apparently.
But I'm gonna try something.
Ooh, chocolate.
Yeah.
That looks
Always
naughty.
good.
Anyway, Emily is trying to get to New Zealand. And so the first part of that is getting down to the Canary Islands and then across to the Caribbean and then make her way from there to New Zealand. But it's quite difficult getting out of here. So she has a friend joining her, so she thought she might come with us across to Portugal, maybe get a boat ride from one of the ports that we go into, but if not, maybe head home for Christmas and then try again after Christmas. But anyway, Emily's joined us, and there's now 3 of us. How exciting. Alright, so long story short, here is the belt that came off the engine, and as we showed you before, we've got the absolute maximum tension on the belt off, which means this belt has stretched to the point where that has hit the stop. That means it's time to replace it. We have walked everywhere and we've gone everywhere to try and find them. The ones that I got were wrong, so we're going to put this back on and we're going to order them from our next port of call. Fingers crossed they'll be there, but at the end of the day, this one has to go back on. Right, so there's the belt back on, and it went on so easy, so the next one shouldn't be too bad either. And interestingly, we've now got quite a gap in the auto belt tensioner, which in theory means it's got some more stretching to do, but we shall see once we start the engine. So we're now going to start the engine on both sides and run them for about 5 minutes just to make sure everything's okay. We've got our crankcase vent filter changed up in here, and on the starboard engine we did the air vents. Not that there's much to check there. Just want to make sure that this fan belt obviously goes around, well, not a fan belt, it's a belt, drive belt. So we'll start the engines. Alright, and the last job we want to do before we head off, remember this hose here has a very small split in it. Just occurred without, hasn't hit anything, nothing's cut it, it's just basically split. So at the moment we've got the valve off there, but we've got our pressure up, of course, because we fixed the sensor. So today managed to find a new handgun, and now the big thing is this going to fit into there when we take this off? We shall find out. Okay, in short, the answer is no, we cannot fit that to that. Why? Because I have metric spanners and that is imperial, and we're finding that more and more trying to work on the John Deere, so I need to buy myself a set of imperial spanners. Another job to put off till another day.
I'm helping.
So we've got a semi-retired pilot,
Yes.
a French lady,
Hello.
and an Australian yachtsman, and all we have to do is get fuel. What could possibly go wrong?
I'll take yachtsman.
Hey, what could possibly go wrong? Are you there, Sam?
He's coming. He wants to.
Oh, where are you, mate?
I'm here.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
How are we?
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah, so you can release that one, and then just give me a yell once you've released the back lines, eh?
Easy as we'll do. Thank you.
We've been very trusting, Pete, letting an Australian do this.
If it works out, he'll take credit, and if it goes wrong, it'll
It'll be our fault. All right? So coming in, it can get a little bit tricky backing in there. So we'll go port to port. See, so that's very restricted space, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you always go port to port on the sound. Al-Qaidija Marina, Awanui NZ. So we'll probably need those three again. I can't see any reason why it won't be starboard too. I feel like I've got to go like this now.
I'll just time up just for something to do.
Yeah, good one, mate. We'll go and see where it is, have a look, work out what we want to do, and then regroup, eh?
Sounds good.
Al-Qaidija Marina, Awanui NZ. So there's our temperature, look, 115 and 108 Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah.
And RPM 776.
Yep.
How you going, you know? Because they haven't paid their bill.
No, they're doing a runner.
You might be at lunch. I'll bet they are. Gibraltar Port. This is Motor Yacht, Awanui NZ. Awanui NZ. Yes, good afternoon, sir. Awanui NZ is departing Al-Qaidija Marina for refuel and will return to Al-Qaidija Marina. Over.
Awanui NZ, Gibraltar ETS, that's all copied, sir, you're clear to proceed.
Point of refueling in Gibraltar. Sam getting ready for a line.
You got evidence of me fucking up?
Total confidence.
Yeah, okay. Just tell me where you want it.
You want this, you know, at the 95? There's two Bowsers here, Mark. Hello. Diesel. Wait. Sick. Further up back. Red one, you said?
Yes. I'm going with you.
Oh, okay. On the red one. He's going up. He'll show us.
Okay.
Okay, there's you go, Mark. There's your aiming point.
Where's your fuel pack? Okay. I'll chuck it on the one right in front then. Right in front of the Bowser.
In front of the Bowser?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go on that front cleat.
Yep.
This one.
Yes. This one here.
This one, yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. Alright.
You have another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hold that? Then you're good to motor onto that if you want.
Yeah.
Bit further forward.
Yeah.
further forward. Yep.
More forward.
Yep.
What? It's tight on this one, tight on the mid. Okay, yep. Fenders are a good height, they got the front.
Okay, good man. What we'll do, so we can't go that way, but we can drift back that way. So what we want to do is just put a line off that one. Hey buddy, we might just put a line off that one, so we can't drift back.
Or even here? Or the very front one? Here, you take
Yeah,
that.
the front one, so we can't go further back. Alright, so here we are over at the Gibraltar fueling station. And the great thing about this is you don't need to go through customs to come here and refuel. If you had to do that, you'd have to bring your whole boat in through the system as well. So because it's still on the international side, we can basically come in and fill up. We're taking about 3,300 litres. We only had about 1,400 litres of fuel left. And then you can head back out to Spain again, like we'd never actually left Spain. So that makes life a lot easier. Here's the marina here that the fuel dock is at. And you can see quite big boats coming here. There's the Rock of Gibraltar, so that'll give you an idea of where we are in relation to the marina. And right behind that boat over there is the airport. So very close to the airport, very close to Gibraltar, very close to Spain. And you'll see the price up here. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's 0.975 pence per litre, so about $2.10 NZ, or probably $1.40 US per litre. Anyway, big concrete pier here, but plenty of fenders along the way as well. So we'll get gassed up, pay for that, hopefully the card will go through, and then we'll head back, and tomorrow morning 6 o'clock we're off. Forecast getting a lot better. Right, don't know if you can see that, 3,218 pounds for 3,300 litres. So you're not going to do much better than that anywhere. And that agrees with what we have in the engine room on the sight gauges. Have a quick look down here. There you go, we're full up over there, 2.3, and we're within about 40-50 litres over there, so we are good to go. Yep, let's go. Right, there's Sam bringing the bow line in, Pete's bringing the stern. We all happy, guys?
Yeah, it's all in.
Sounds off.
All right, buddy, come up here. So basically, when you haven't got the wind, see there's almost no wind?
Yeah.
So all you do, you want to go that way first with the tail,
Yeah.
because if you, it tends to want to go forward.
Yeah.
So it's all clear. It was all clear.
No,
right?
not all clear.
Hey! How you doing?
How you doing, guys?
Who's that?
Oh, fuck.
Long time no see.
You won't leave me alone. You gotta stop following me.
Have we got?
Hey Sam, can you tell them to piss off so we can get out?
Yeah. All right, we're just gonna come off this way. They're coming off this way.
Got two dogs on the boat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some I've seen one boat, three.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all we do is I don't know if you're with a twin, whichever way that's pointing is the way that the bow of the stern is going to go. So if you're in reverse, it is going, the tail will go that way. So what you do is you go to there, then you go to there, and it wants to rotate that way.
Yeah.
And we don't let it. We just use the bow thruster to walk off the side.
Stick my head out. Oh, that's dope. That's really
Right,
cool.
so there we are, just coming off sideways. Now if you just leave it, it's going to want to turn that way.
Yeah.
So you just keep
kicking it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so you just keep allowing the tail to come around a bit, like that, and then look, it'll want to go forward, so just a little bit more back to stop it going forward.
That's so handy.
So now what we'll do is we'll just go forward and let these guys come in.
Nice.
What channel? 7. The dinghy? What's that?
Stand lines are on.
Okay, then we can get one on this starboard, it's probably alright. There you go. So there's a big container ship and it looks like a refueling bunker.